Hey everybody, day 19. Today I wanted to talk to you about a gratitude practice. So you've probably heard loads about gratitude practices before. There's loads of books, blogs, websites that will give you ways, that teach you ways to start doing a gratitude practice. Anyone who was friends with me on my Facebook page probably seen about 2 years ago, 2, maybe 3, I'm not sure, that I started doing 100 happy days. Now, I just stumbled across that website. I don't know how. But it was basically asking people to sign up for 100 happy days and on a social media platform do like hashtag 100 happy days, hashtag day 1, day 2, day 3. And every day post something that made you happy or that you were grateful for. So when I started to do that at first, it was hard because I was, especially if you're, if things aren't going great for you and you're kind of already negative minded, it's hard especially on bad days when you're sick and things, shit happens. It's hard to find something that you're grateful for. But you'll always find something. So when I started, it was, I was grateful to have a warm home. I was grateful that my kids were alive and healthy. I was grateful that I had food in the press. But the more you do it, the more it starts to sink in actually how much you actually have in your day-to-day life to be grateful for. And, you often hear you didn't realise what you had until it was gone, or, something bad will happen, or it might be a day where the weather is really shit and it just put things into perspective for you when you think of the homeless people on the streets and you think, God, I really should be more appreciative of what I have. I'm very lucky. Basically, what a gratitude practice does is just that. It helps you to appreciate everything that you have in your life at the moment that you have it, rather than getting to a point in life and looking back and going, Jesus, I really wish I had appreciated that at the time. Now, what that did for me long term, which is great, because anything you practice, you'll get good at. And if you practice it well enough and long enough, you will get good at it. And that happened to me. So even after I'd stopped doing the 100 happy days, when I found that I was giving out about something, my mind automatically changed. It would hear myself giving out and my mind would automatically change to go, no, look at what you have to be appreciative of. So I'll give you a couple of examples. I was giving out about cleaning the house. I was like, oh my God, my kids, I swear to God. Like, you spend your whole morning cleaning up. They're in the house 5 minutes, the house is upside down again. I go, oh, fuck's sake, I'm sick of this. And I'd hear that and I go, listen to yourself. You have a warm, lovely home. You have 2 children who are able to run around and enjoy life and make mess. You are able to feed them that cereal that's all dripped down the side of your sofa now. And it just wanted me to go, stop giving out. Stop giving out about the things that you have. Another thing that happened was I went to sort out my wardrobe one day. And I opened it and I was like, oh, the clothes are all over the place. How am I going to sort this out? And I have to get 3 bags, one for the bin, one for the charity shop, one that I'm going to keep. And my mind heard it and it switched and I went, shut up. Look at how lucky you are to have all them clothes. How lucky are you to be able to give out about having to sort out all those clothes, that you have so many options when you want to go out. And the biggest one for me that has stopped me from giving out about was when my daughter was waking up so early in the morning. And she always woke up crying, or some morning she'd wake up coughing. She suffers with asthma. And in my head I'd go, oh, for fuck's sake, they're bleeding. It's only bleeding 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm knackered. I didn't get a great sleep. And what would happen was I'd hear that and I'd switch and I'd go, shut up. She's awake. She's alive. What are you giving out about? You are getting to wake up and have another day with your kids. Stop giving out. So I wanted to get that across. A daily practice of gratitude can sound like it's really spiritual or religious, or sounds a bit flowery and airy-fairy. It's not. Having a gratitude practice is reframing your mind to stop being so negative minded and start being a bit more positive minded. And that's what it did for me. It stopped me from focusing on the negative of all the stuff and giving out and about it and having to sort it, and made me focus more on appreciating those things, like having the home that gets messy, like having the food that gets stripped on the floor. You know what I mean? It just changes your mind frame. And I don't think that that's something that we hear enough. We always hear, be appreciative, you have to be grateful. Well, why? And now I'm telling you why. It's because it's going to reframe your mind to start focusing on those things more often. And essentially what it does is just stops you from being negative throughout the day and being more positive. And I tell you, the one in the morning of me waking up and doing that first thing in the morning that I start giving out, and I focus the first thing in the morning and change my mind frame, that set my day off better, because instead of waking up giving out and moaning, I was setting my day off with a happy thought and going, actually, do you know what, this is going to be a good day. I have my lovely kids and I'm going to focus and be positive today. Okay, so that was just a message for today. Try and get a gratitude practice going. I would definitely recommend it. So you could start doing either 3 things in the morning. You could do the 100 happy days. Or there was one that I seen that was, you know, you put a jar on your windowsill, and every time that something happens that you're grateful for, that really made you happy, you write it down and you put it in the jar. And at the end of the month or at the end of the year, depending on how long you wanted to do it for, you take the jar and you read all the stuff that's in it. I've never done that one, but I'd say that's great, reading back on all the stuff, because you can look back, gosh, it wasn't so bad of a week, or it wasn't so bad of a month, it wasn't too bad, because look at all these things that I had to be grateful for. Alright, so I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 20, we're at the halfway point already, so I'm delighted. Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.